What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are doing another speed rebuild challenge on the channel. And I decided to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers today because usually we, tend to do these so then we could do the better teams early rather than doing like a full rebuild of a really good team, even though we did one for the Chiefs. But I will say the Chiefs have been losing. They're back under 500 again, aren't they? So, I mean, hey, don't yell at me. It's not my fault. But Tampa Bay, 84 overall. Let's get them done before they're an 89 by the, like a month from now. So, of course, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We have 84 overall team here with Antonio Brown emerging as a really solid player once again, as expected. How does Brady do it? How does Brady play so well with a bunch of just scrubs? Like, look at all this. Like, these wide receivers, like, they wouldn't even start on the Jets. Like, they're so bad. The Gronk, I mean, yikes. Like, look at these offensive linemen. The Dolphins wouldn't even want these guys. Like, they're awful. Terrible players. Running backs, a little bit of a decent combo there. Ronald Jones, super speedy. Leonard Fournette, always moving forward. They could use an improvement there. They definitely could, but they have enough talent to get it done, especially with those receivers. And then defense, really the big issue there is the cornerback play. Also getting a little thin there. Sherman, I mean, that just seems like a Madden free agent signing. Like, oh, let's just grab every player ever that's, had a good career, whether they're old as hell or not. William Golson, the man has been there literally forever. I don't know how, but he just has literally his whole career. Some pretty good players, but when you're looking at what we need to, work on, I really wouldn't do much to the offense. I'd maybe go for a young running back or just a good one in general. Maybe get one lineman. Wouldn't touch anything else on offense. And then defensively, definitely need to add a corner or two. A safety wouldn't help, and then an interior guy as well. Could actually trade off Godwin because, once again, you probably don't need 3 wide receivers in a Madden sim. And obviously, he's going to have a lot more value than Brown. However, he is really young. So, I get him to like a 90, 91 by the end of the season. So, it's kind of like, do you want to get rid of all that potential? Maybe. We'll see. I don't know what his value is. If it's really, really high, then I suppose you might have to, right? Like, you might have to just make the play to get the defense better. Because if the defense is even a couple of points below the offense, this should be a successful rebuild, speed rebuild, right? As it says 84 defense, but I'm not really sure how that would add up, right? Like, they have a really good outside linebacker, really good middle linebacker, okay backup. I mean, obviously Devin White's really good, but as far as overall-wise, 84 overall linebacker there. Their defense ratings-wise is way worse than the offense. I'm not sure how the game is factoring these as evens when they're not. Like, just to prove that, we can go by roster, and like, you'll see that the majority of these guys are offensive linemen. There's 2 defenders out of the 5 other offensive guys. 5, 6. So that's 3 to 6, 7, 8, 8 to 3 for the guys that are like 87 or whatever higher. I guess, to be fair, maybe these guys add up. I don't know. But, of course, because it's a speed rebuild, guys like Murphy Bunting and Jamel Dean and all them, they're not guaranteed to not start, right? Like, they'll definitely start. It's just, will we keep them? Because we could probably get rid of maybe Murphy and Dean, or, I mean, I'd probably get rid of Carlton Davis in Madden at least. Carlton Davis and Sean Murphy Bunting for, like, a really good corner. I don't know. But, obviously, we're going to have about 6 minutes on the clock to work with. If you guys like these types of videos, definitely let me know by leaving a like. Let me know what team you want to see next for these. And then subscribing doesn't hurt. I mean, if you're already subscribed, I appreciate your continued support. But if you're not, well, thanks. But let's give it 6 minutes, and then we shall go. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Let's see what we've got. So, running back is probably the number one thing to work on, I suppose. Not that they really need it, but I suppose go for someone new. Joe Mixon could be a fun little name. Let's try Joe Mixon. Joe Mama. Let's be honest. They're not going to just take it straight up, but they might have some value. Okay, they're like, hey, maybe. We'll see. Maybe we give you a little bit, and 3rd round should do it, though. Damn, that's not going to do it. It's really misleading. Like, it looks like they're like, hey, you can do this, but it's like halfway, but it's not really, right? 2nd rounder. Obviously, these are the 2 names you think of. Could go Kareem Hunt. What about Nick Chubb? There's no chance, right? Is Nick Chubb an X factor in this game? Of course, that's way too much. Might just get it straight up. No. Kareem Hunt's a little cheese, but I suppose we don't actually get Kareem Hunt on a trade that often. Third rounder, maybe. It would actually be a pretty sick player for, well, just anyone to have. But obviously, for a guy that can see the check down almost immediately like Brady. And that's not even like a shot at him. Like, he's got very good vision, obviously. So if somebody gets open underneath like that, he'll see them very quickly. Joe Tryon. That might be a little bit too much. Damn, dude. We've already wasted over a minute. Come on, bruh. Are we really going to get cucked like this? Kareem Hunt is good, but, like, I really have to give up that much for him. Like, why? Who said that this is allowed? Scotty Miller would have been a perfect 3 to keep, though. Let's just give up a draft pick. 4th round pick maybe is better than Leonard Fournette in their eyes. And it is not. 3rd round pick better than Leonard Fournette, which is, I mean, factual. It is not. 2 2nd round picks? Really? I mean, at this point, with a whole 2 minutes off the board, I can't really deny that, right? Like, we kind of have to just get what we can at this rate, of course. O.J. Howard, a guy that is definitely not being used enough in real life. Got a little bit more usage recently, but not enough. Of course, Gilmore would be a filthy pickup. Of course, they got him for next to nothing in real life. We are not going to have that luxury, but any price at all for Gilmore is a win. Unfortunately, the game, a bit smarter than the real-life Patriots, is not interested. They're like, no, just nah, we're not doing that. We can take one of their other corners, though, I suppose. Not that it's really it's not gonna be great, though. I mean, this is kind of an L. Like, maybe Brian Burns, but even that's not really, like, adding to the squad, right? This is an L. This is an L. What about the offensive line? Taylor Moton. We've done that trade a few times, but at the end of the day, it's 3 minutes down. Like, what do I do? Okay, the 3 minutes are gone. We have so much to trade. Taylor Moton's on the team. Welcome on, buddy. I mean, what can I do? There's honestly nothing I could have done there. Donovan Smith, even though he's not great here. Oh, I forgot about the stupid trade thing, bro. I don't want to redo this whole thing, though. Like, come on, man. Really? We still have this issue. And we wonder why the freaking update's not out. I wonder why. Can't even fix the freaking issues that are existing. How are they going to add a new thing to the game? Kappa. Is there anyone else? Damn, dude, it's so hard to... We didn't get a freaking corner, did we? Any team at all that isn't going to be like a sleaze, no shot. The Jets, no. The Giants, James Bradbury. We've obviously went for someone like Slay a few times, so Bradbury would be a new name in that sense. It'd be a pretty big name, too. I'd be willing to give a first-round pick for him. Damn, they do not want it because he's superstar. Anyone else? Byron Jones, he's also superstar, but 28. Hey, okay, I don't know what Byron Jones is normally worth, but I'll take that. That's a win. We've only got 2 minutes left. I don't trust the game to, like, fix the trade here. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, man. I just hope we can just somehow beat the clock. It's not possible. Like, you literally waste 20 seconds going in and out. That's what your mom said. What? I don't know what that means. We're actually just going to keep Gio Bernard. He's just not worth trading. He's not worth that much, and it's nice to have a decent backup, I suppose. We probably need another lineman since we, got rid of all of them. Shanka. Good old Joe Tryon. Richard Sherman cannot make the list here. What do we need again? Like, we could use a corner. That's not really going to work. Chris Jones, maybe? That seems, like, really high. Really? There's no way they decline that in real... Yeah, they probably would, actually. Especially with the contract they gave him. The Cowboys don't really need Zach Martin. We don't need any of these guys, though. DeForest Buckner. In real life, I would take that if I'm them. I don't care what they paid him. I'm taking that every day of the week. Fletcher Cox, 91 overall. Not crazy great. Oh, it's doable. Second round pick. We don't have a second round pick for either year. This is a massive overtrade, but I will take it. We have 30 seconds left. It's not really fair, though, so yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is fun. I love it. It's super fun. Promise you, I'm having all the fun in the world. Richard Sherman. I would like to keep some of the backups, I suppose. No one's going to want these guys, though, right? The San Francisco 49ers, they've delved in a little bit of Richard Sherman in their time. Maybe they're interested again. Alex Mack would be kind of a cool add-on. There you go. I mean, so we have no time left. Yow, that hurt. But, of course, it's hard not to add another 2 minutes. I think we're just going to add 2 minutes to negate the backing out thing. We're going to add 2 minutes to every single time. So if it's a 7-minute, it's a 9-minute. It's the full 10, it's 12, you know. So we're going to get 10 minutes back on the clock. We're going to get back in the trade thing. And we are going to start when we're ready. So 3, 2, 1, and go. So boom, shakalaka. Okay. Boom, chakalaka, more like. Safeties, we could use an improvement. We have the corners set. Outside linebackers, you could use an improvement, but at the end of the day, you can only grab so much. We don't really need too much time, though. We're kind of cooking. The Bengals. The Bengals are interested. The Chiefs could use a safety. Could go with... Oh, freaking hell, dude. He's not as good as I thought. Tyrann Mathieu's obviously really talented. Thought maybe because he was older. What about the Patriots? Come on, have some value. Damn it! The one team I really wanted to trade, and they were not having it. The Jaguars. Miles Jack isn't really an improvement. Could go with someone like Shaquille Griffin to play safety. Okay, it was probably an overtrade. Joe Tryon's actually worth like a decent bit, but it is what it is. He was only star anyway. So we don't need a safety, technically. So we're going to get rid of those guys. And we might actually be kind of done. Like, we probably could use... Oh, I forgot about the trade! Sell! We could use, like, one more lineman. Actually, we don't need one. We got Alex Mack. We're kind of just cooking. I didn't even try to cheese Alex Mack. I was just thinking Sherman, Niners, try to make the play. And, of course, you know, it turned out that... I forgot. Okay. I forgot that they already had, you know, they had that guy that's kind of easy to get. Steve McClendon is worth absolutely nothing to anyone. I mean, Cameron Brate. Wide receivers are kind of set. We can get rid of our third-round picks, I suppose. So, what do we need? There's not really much we need. Like, if the best we could do is Brian Burns and, like, JPP with this, which actually might go, which would be really awesome. Damn it, it doesn't go. Damn, we did not have time for anything. Actually, Hassan Reddick's not bad. Ah, we sold. Okay, so the worst case scenario is that we left the thirds on the board. That's really the worst part. But overall, what we got is we got some depth. We have a backup running back that's good. We have a backup safety that's good in Whitehead. It could have been better, but, you know, considering how much scuff there is with the freaking backing out and all that, it's not bad. So as with all these speed rebuilds, for some reason the team overall doesn't go up much, even though I would say we improved, right? Like, does the number 3 wide receiver spot matter so much that it needs to be a high overall over having a franchise left tackle and a god-tier center / guard combo? Obviously, Jensen doesn't really fit the guard spot that well, but fast enough to get it done, I suppose. The team's not going to be going for crazy pulling plays. They're going to run right up the middle as they usually do, throw it, you know, with a clean pocket. Everything's going to be great. Defensively, I would have liked to upgrade the linebackers. Didn't really have that much of a time. You know, not that we really needed to. JPP was really the only guy. Upgraded the safety spot majorly. Kept the majority of the corners intact, but added Byron Jones. And then, of course, the big add-on to the defensive line being Fletcher Cox. This team is obviously better, way higher or way better than just one overall point, which it doesn't even look like it is there. If we advance the week, will it update, or what's the story? Okay, I mean, defense is a higher rating now, I guess. So you know, if that means anything, which it should, this should be a run. Here we are, headed to the playoffs, and we get the bye week. 14-3, kind of lost right there at the end, but we'll take a look at the numbers real quick. Of course, we expected to do pretty well. Bye week, well, yeah, I still expected it, but you never know with Madden Sim. Let's take a look at the actual stats of the season. As you can see, Tom Brady right there. Joe Mixon is not the guy we ended up getting. We got Kareem Hunt, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Tom Brady with the 49 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. A little bit high in the picks, but completion percentage there, ratings there, yards, touchdowns are all there. Kareem Hunt was great. Bernard actually had a lot of touchdowns himself. Antonio Brown went off, almost 1,300 yards with 19 touchdowns. Gronk over 1,000 yards. Hunt over 1,000. Evans over 1,000 yards. Kareem Hunt with 750. Scotty Miller even had some yards to go on. O-line, that's about as good as, like, in Madden Sim, that's basically like giving up less than 5 sacks as a whole team, basically. Devin White, nice tackles. Shaquille Barrett with 18.5. Vita Vea with 13. Sue with 10.5. Fletcher Cox with 8.5. 7 for, that's a lot of sack totals, dude. Picks, obviously nothing crazy, but Byron Jones with 2. 2 for Shaquille. 1 for Shaquille. Got a couple of Shaquilles here. Devin White with a pick, and Sean Murphy-Bunting with a pick. Ryan Suckup. I never remember the punters or kickers. Not that it really mattered here, but I never remember them. You had a punt return touchdown too. Why not? What, I mean, you want to play kicker next? I mean, I guess when he's playing the Browns, it was the Browns that he did, right? I think. Of course, speaking of the Browns, Nick Chubb with the MVP. You don't usually see him win the MVP, but obviously a very good player, so it doesn't really surprise us. Defensive Player of the Year with Shaquille Barrett, not Barnett. Nothing else, though. Antonio Brown and Barrett again. Okay, I mean, fair enough. I mean, we got some award wins, got a couple of close award wins. I mean, it's tough when you're, I mean, for Brady to win best quarterback when he's got to play in the same conference as Rodgers. Okay, dude. Let's go into it. Going against the Panthers, we're an 88 overall. They are an 82. We tried to steal a few players off them. They said no. Well, I guess we did get Taylor Moton, but yeah, let's show them. I guess I wouldn't say why you trade with us, because I mean, I guess it would make them worse, but we'll show them something. We'll whip it out. They can look right at it. 7-3, not a bad start. 14-3, really good. 16-3, they got it safetied. 23-3. The Panthers will not go away, but I don't think there's much of a chance. Oh my! 44 points in the first half is the most we've ever had in any sort of rebuild sim thing ever. Can we have the most touchdown or points in general? We cannot. Really bad second half, but I guess when you have 44 points in the first half, you kind of just take off the second half and you start looking forward to the next game. Of course, Brady did throw 2 picks on top of it. Kareem Hunt, not great, but you had the 2 touchdowns. Leonard Fournette, of course. Gronk, and a couple of decent. I mean, nothing great, honestly. It's just like, how many defensive touchdowns did we have? We must have had a few, right? Like, that's a lot of points for a team that really didn't look too spectacular on offense. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, we really didn't look that great, right? Like, I guess we just scored a lot of touchdowns, but the yards weren't abnormal, so I thought maybe the picks, like short field or whatever, but I guess maybe the defense just locked them down. But 54 points in the first playoff game is not bad at all. The Niners now going up against the San Francisco 49ers. Let's see it. Very good team, obviously. Lacking in certain spots. We're kind of the total package now. The Niners have maybe some players that are better at certain positions, but overall we are obviously the better team in general by quite a bit, actually. And then on the other side, it's only the Raiders and Bills. Not that either team isn't capable of doing it, but I mean, if it's only the Raiders and Bills, I don't feel so bad, you know? I gotta like our chances. 7-10, 14-10. Of course, you do have to get to that game, but obviously, as we always do, putting up some crazy fast points. 28-17, the Niners will not go away. 28-23, 35-23. The Niners are still here, but maybe a case of too little too late, and it is, as Tampa will be headed back to the Super Bowl, which we would all love, and Brady really hasn't played well here. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 176 yards. We had a lot of rushing touchdowns, but those are, I mean, that's like half of what I would have expected from Brady, and obviously 2 interceptions again. Can we, like, not? Trent Williams gave up 3 sacks. Okay, that's probably not going to happen often. A couple of picks. I mean, yeah, Tom, you wanna step it up a little bit, pal. But I will say, facing off against the Bills or the Raiders, you gotta like our chances. You gotta like them, and it is the Bills, as you would kind of expect. I will say they were the underdog going into that game. You know, it's not a full rebuild, but I'm still doing the media day. It's obviously significant, still, you know, winning a Super Bowl and having the team pretty much back in full and getting right back there with that same squad back to back. Let's take a look at the players. So Kareem Hunt, who almost never seems to go up to superstar lately for me, goes to superstar. not bad. Of course, Antonio Brown goes a star. No one else can dev up on the offense, basically. Defensively, Vita Vea, I don't think was superstar, but he probably should be in general for the game. Goes up in dev, and that pretty much seems to be it, but that's all we really needed. I mean, we're good. We're a great team, and I mean, we at least did the success, right? The great success. I'm not going to say that. 83 overall for the Bills. We're an 88 overall. We have auto upgrade, and I'm a little surprised we didn't go up to like an 89 by now. That's kind of how we started. I believe we started the playoffs at an 88 overall. Cool little graphic. And let us go in. See if Tampa Bay, or Tampa Bay, should we say, which I don't know why anyone would want to do that without dying of cringe, can do it again. 7-0, not a bad start. Obviously, we're seemingly a better first half team, but once again, it's hard to tell because obviously when you get up to a crazy start like that, you try to waste the clock as much as possible. Interesting score there. They got a safety on us, and they're not out of it. They're not out of it, and there you go. That's all you needed. That's all you need. And once again, first half, we basically carried the whole game on the first half performance. Puts too much pressure on the other team to come back, and we've done it. Super Bowl number 2, I suppose. Speed rebuild success. If the Buccaneers win the Super Bowl this year in real life, I may commit. Tax evasion, because I'll just be so mad. I don't know. But yeah, that's it's not something I'm willing to see. Not sure why they're celebrating with the team that lost. They're a bunch of losers. They're losing ways. They're gonna rub off on us, and I don't want that. I really wish the Buccaneers were a bad team again in real life because I love those freaking uniforms, but I'm not going to do a franchise with a team that's a god squad. And, of course, they hoist another one. Super fun. I love it. I got to say, though, the face model for Bruce Arians actually looks pretty good. I mean, they're not awful for the other ones, but the Bruce Arians one is, like, literally spot on. Like, that's literally Bruce Arians in there. Like, he's actually in the game right now. I will let you get back to your day-to-day operations now, sir, since you had to show up for that animation. Tom Brady, better than before. Not, super great, but did enough. Was better than Josh Allen, the main thing there. Kareem Hunt, not bad. Receiving, not really anything special. I guess Kareem Hunt is the guy. Let's take a look at defending. Sue with 2.5. Not bad. Receiving with the picks. Micah Hyde got one. He's pretty damn good safety, so not really crazy to expect him to get one. But overall, an obvious success. I mean, there was some moves we could have maybe made that would have been a little bit better. Would have loved to get Joe Mixon or someone with an actual superstar, but as you can tell, it was not super easy to get. We got Kareem Hunt. It worked out. We added to the offensive line. Taylor Moton's always a top-tier choice. Really just went to teams that had, interest in some of our guys, both green rather than one green, one yellow. We're on a time constraint. So obviously you can't go around saying, okay, well, this guy's green. Let's get one long trade with that, and then let's move to the other team that also has a green interest. Like, you don't have the time to do that. So I'm trying not to repeat anything, but at the same time I can't. Oh, yeah, Gronk went up in dev, actually. He started at normal. I forgot. Defensively, added that cornerback, Byron Jones, massive. Shaquille Griffin was pretty big upgrade, too. And then Fletcher Cox on the interior. I mean, I don't know how you stop them. I mean, they're already an insane unit, but Sue, Vea, and Fletcher Cox, I don't know how you stop that group. And then obviously you have the edge that's actually really talented as well, underrated to be in fact. But that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like. I mean, if you enjoyed the fact that we won, not the team that won, I guess, maybe subscribe if you're new. If you're not new and you've been a subscriber before, you've been watching the whole time, whatever it may be, appreciate your continued support. Maybe follow me on Twitter, JeromepkR, second channel, PKR Plays, and then twitch.tv/JeromepkR. Are we streaming? Are we not? Community tab has all the answers, maybe, kind of. But that's about it. Thanks for watching. Should be a video again later today, or maybe there was one earlier today, one or the other. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video, but until next video, see ya!